Alright, what's up guys? So I've got the brand new RS4 Mini gimbal from DJI. I just picked it up maybe 4 days ago. So I've tested it in the field. I want to give you my thoughts and my experience with this gimbal. Just go over some of the cool features, if you should buy this gimbal, and just my overall thoughts. Okay, so first up we're going to go over my initial thoughts on the design and build, starting with the color. Now this new light grey silver color, I've seen some conflicting opinions about this color. People are saying, why isn't it black? Like, why not just make a black gimbal? But personally, I really like this gimbal, and everyone who's seen it has said it looks amazing. So yeah, I'm a fan of this color, I like it. Only concern is it's probably gonna get dirty, but I guess we'll have to see how it holds up over years of use. Really lightweight. As soon as I took it out of the box, I realized this is a light gimbal. If I chuck it in my backpack, you can barely notice it's in there. Really light. I'll take these handles off. Also, how good's this NATO rail on the side? Just comes off that easy. Yeah, so this is just the gimbal itself. Pretty small footprint, really lightweight. You can easily chuck in a backpack. I think great for on-the-go type shooting. So obviously I got the combo, which comes with some extras. What the combo comes with is this briefcase handle, which I really like because it's really lightweight. Seems like a solid design. If you're in a rush and you need to chuck it on, look how fast this goes on. Done. Fully secure. So yeah, the combo comes with this handle and then brand new intelligent tracking, which I'll go more in depth on pretty soon. Obviously build quality is really good. It's lightweight, but it still feels very sturdy, high quality. The touchscreen is very bright and easy to use. It's very responsive. It's a pretty small touchscreen, so if you have big fingers, it's gonna be a bit hard to press the back buttons. But for me, I don't have a problem with it. I'm probably not going to be digging into the settings during a shoot anyway. Let's get into balancing. I've got my A7 III here with my 85mm lens. I'm going to use this just for this demo. I usually use my A7S III, which I'm shooting on right now, but I'm shooting on it, so we're going to use the A7 III. Now this is a very light setup, A7 III with the 85mm lens, but for the shoots, I was using the A7S III with the 24-70mm lens, which is a heavy setup. And this handled it perfectly. So you can use a heavier setup on this. Base plate right here. Screw that on like that. Let's unlock the axes. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take off this for now. I've currently got it set up in vertical mode, so I'm gonna switch it back. Okay, let's chuck the camera on here. Lock it in. So one really cool feature I like about this gimbal is the balancing. How easy this is to balance. You just turn this wheel and it will move your camera back and forward, which makes it easy. So at the moment, obviously not balanced. We'll spin this wheel back. Oh, there we go. Lock that in place. Should have taken off the lens cap. Don't balance your gimbals with the lens cap on. All right, so we'll lock that in. We're just gonna move this a bit more. We'll unlock this axis, obviously way off. Slide this up. Okay, so for sliding, they've added Teflon interlayers, which just gives it a smoother experience to slide these. What it does is pretty much reduces friction for easier balancing. Some of these are a bit hard still to balance. They take a bit of force, definitely better than before. And you're getting less jerky movements. You're getting a lot smoother when you're balancing with the camera on here. It's really nice with the smoother balancing and the micro adjustments you can make here with millimeter precision. Then we'll turn this on. So yeah, once it's balanced and calibrated, this is really nice to use, very stable. You just get the smoothest movements with this. Definitely the smoothest gimbal that I've used. This can easily hold a heavier camera like my A7S III with a 24-70. And it can even support an ND filter on the front and a microphone on top as well. I haven't had any issues with my 24-70 and A7S III, which is on the heavier side. I tried it in vertical and horizontal and both worked perfect. What they've added is also really nice is you got the buttons on the side here. So instead of going into the screen itself, you just got a button here, click, instantly change modes, click back, you know, want to go back to PF, done. I definitely appreciate that they've got this button on the side here. Makes it so much easier to switch between modes. Okay, also the locking and unlocking features. If you click the power button once to put it into sleep mode, you'll notice all the axes just lock automatically. So now it's fully locked, stable. You don't have to worry about your camera flying around everywhere. And then to unlock them, just press it again. Instantly unlocked. So that's a really cool feature. I love how quick it is. Also, if you actually turn off the gimbal, it'll fold away for you. So if you hold the power button in, locks, hold it in again. Real-time boot up, ready to go. That's something that works really well and is really nice to have. Now, this is a really cool feature with this gimbal is vertical mode. How easy it is to actually switch between horizontal and vertical. So I'm gonna show you right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock the axes. Now, all we do is we undo this knob right at the back here. I'll undo this, press it in, that easy. Then we're just gonna tilt the camera, and you got a little section here where you can just insert it. Press it in, lock this back up. Locked, done. And then obviously you gotta move this up a bit. Like that easy. And now we're in vertical mode. Now you do need to rebalance the gimbal in vertical mode. That's why we move this up a bit. But I recommend unlocking the axes and rebalancing. Bring this up a bit. So there, we are balanced. Let's unlock these. Calibration, start calibration. So here's portrait mode. Really easy, still works with FPV mode, just fine. Vertical mode works so well on this gimbal, even with the heavier setup, works fine. Taking the camera off the gimbal, really easy to do, really quick process. If you need to quickly get a shot, handheld, you click it, locks, bring this up, done, shoot, put it back, lock, unlock. It's such a smooth and easy process to do. And then powering off, it still folds up really nicely, even in vertical mode. Just like that. So we're gonna get to the tracking soon, which is one of the coolest features about this gimbal. But first, we're just gonna go over the settings in the gimbal itself. So on this home screen right here, top left, you've got calibration. And then on the right, we've got the balancing. And then we've got the modes, which I think is important to change depending on what you're shooting. If you're shooting fast action, you need to be very responsive. You want to go up to fast. If you're shooting very cinematic, slow B-roll shots, I would recommend slow. I use the action button, which is the M button, to quickly go into sports mode if I need to react fast. Now, if we swipe up from the bottom, we've got joystick speed, controls how fast the joystick reacts. Dial functions are just, I've changed this back dial to roll. You've got dial settings, M button, press and hold trigger, so you can just customize the whole layout. If you swipe down from the top, you've got your settings. You got top left, how fast you want the screen to auto lock, and the brightness as well. Then you got Bluetooth, so you can connect to your mobile phone or camera. I love the feature how you can connect to your camera because you're able to record with the gimbal without having to plug it in, which is really nice because I hate dealing with cords and gimbals. So when I'm on the go shoots, I don't want to have to worry about cords and things, especially if I want to be able to take the camera off the gimbal and put it back on. Having this Bluetooth feature to be able to record without actually touching the camera itself is really nice because you don't want to keep having to come up here and pressing the record button. It will likely drain the battery a bit faster, but I don't think it'll be too noticeable. Then we've got silent mode. If you don't want the sounds, you can turn that off. I think they're a little bit loud. I turn them off. And then we've got some settings here, standard settings in here. You can have a look at that. It's fairly basic. Everything you need is really in here. You can connect your phone via the app as well and control the gimbal with your phone. So these are some cool features on your phone that you have. You got a virtual joystick, which is cool. You can use this to, you know, adjust the gimbal. Obviously, you can control the responsiveness. You can go all the way up if you want to go crazy. I'm just doing slow movements here. Okay, so battery life seems really good. DJI says it has up to 13 hours of runtime. Also, this has fast charging, which is really nice. If you have a charging brick and a cord that can do fast charging, you're gonna get this charged pretty quickly. 30 minutes of charging can get you 5 hours of use time, which is massive. Especially because you can't swap out these batteries like the Pro models. It's really nice that only 30 minutes of charging will get you 5 hours. Now, I did a 2-hour shoot with Bluetooth connected to my camera, and I was using it probably almost the entire 2 hours, and it went down 28%. This will last you a full day of shooting, no problem. And then you've got that peace of mind of the fast charging as well. Pretty much any shoot, wedding, anything I go to, I know that I'm covered with battery life. Okay, the moment you've been waiting for, this new active tracking feature. This is the RS Intelligent Tracking Module. This thing's tiny, really lightweight. Intelligent tracking, I love this thing. It's pretty cool. Now, one really cool thing on here is it connects so easy to this. Just like that. And it's on now. So all you do is put your hand up in front of it. Just like this. And instantly, it's locked onto me. So no matter where I go, even quickly, it's gonna follow me. And to stop tracking, done. That easy. Now, if your camera's paired to Bluetooth, you can record on your camera using gestures. So you can custom set these in settings. At the moment, by default, I think it's the peace sign, which enables recording on your camera. Now, I don't have this camera connected to Bluetooth, but all you would do is you'll do the peace sign like this. But yeah, that's a really cool feature, is you can start recording without even needing to be near the camera. Now, it can track you up to 10 meters away, DJI says. And it's really nice because it's not only great for filming yourself, tracking yourself, that's really nice if you're talking and you're moving around. I can see this being really useful for a lot of content creators. Just being able to have something that's gonna lock onto you. And then let's see if this works in PTF mode. Yes, so yeah, I can see this being useful for so many content creators using these kind of cameras. Just being able to track yourself. So not only is it great for filming yourself, but filming subjects, clients. You can be holding the gimbal and you can get them to put their hand up to the gimbal and it will track them. So you can be walking around and not have to worry about framing them up the whole time. You can just walk. Maybe if you're walking backwards, you can watch where you're walking, pay more attention on not tripping over, and you can let the gimbal track the subject itself and keep the subject in frame. This feature, I can see myself using a lot, and I think this will be really useful. My first thoughts for this was, it's a gimmick, you know, do you really need tracking? You know, I wasn't sure if I would actually use it. Now realizing that I can use this while holding the gimbal, tracking subjects. Maybe you're tracking a car if you're doing rollers. Maybe you're tracking athletes running. It could be anything. This could be very useful. I'm gonna be doing a lot more in-depth tests to see how good this actually is. You know, push it to its limits. So subscribe if you wanna see that. Video's coming soon. Okay, so that's my thoughts on the new DJI RS4 Mini gimbal. It's a amazing small gimbal that's really lightweight, great to take on the go for shoots. Now, who is this for? Me. I love this gimbal. I'm gonna be using this as my regular gimbal. Obviously, if you're a professional using heavy equipment, maybe you need more connections, maybe you're doing very long full-day shoots and you need to be able to swap out batteries, this is not for you. If you're running a heavier camera setup than an A7S III or FX3 with a 24-70, ND filters, microphones, if you're running something really heavy, this might not be for you. I think for the average person, this is more than enough. If you're looking for something that's really lightweight, can easily chuck in a backpack, and if you think you're gonna use the new tracking feature, I definitely recommend this gimbal. If I needed to travel real light, probably leave this back, and then you've just got this. Personally, I'm probably gonna use this most of the time, unless I'm really strapped for space, but it's nice to have 2 points of contact. So I hope that answers your question if you should buy this gimbal and if it's right for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, for full transparency, this video is not sponsored by DJI. I bought this with my own money, so this is a completely honest, unbiased review of this product. So let me know your thoughts in the comments and what kind of tests you want me to do with this gimbal and the tracking. I'm keen to do some more videos on this, so let me know what you want to see. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the comments. Peace.